round 3 is a blitz match, and then round 1 and 2 we are rapid. So it's a blitz match, which is 5 plus 3. Vichy is white, and he started the game with e4. Okay, we have e6, g3, d5, f4 takes, and then we have g6, knight f3, and then he tries to offer knight, I mean bishop exchange here. Okay, we have got bishop f3, knight to e7. Okay, we have got bishop to f2, knight to f5, a nice queen to e2, and then knight to d4, takes, castles, and we are almost close to like normal chess. We've got capture, and then we have something that looks in the lines of what is called real chess, right? Knight to f3, queen goes to b6, knight jumps to e5, rook to d8, queen e4. We have an attack on the queen. Queen comes back to e2, takes, and then a nice rook to d4. Okay, he plays rook to f4. He's trying to offer an exchange of some sort. Harry says no, and then he just develops his rook on f8 to d8. We've got captures, rook a1, c6, queen e3, bishop g7, takes. Okay, like, and then we are now in an endgame. I would go for black here. And I think black has like a sort of flexible game as compared to white. Yeah, so black here played a very nice g5. We have got a3, king to f7, knight on e2, rook comes back. Then we have d4. Okay, nice move here. c4. We've got c3, takes, and then h5. So this game looks like black, aka Garry Kasparov, is playing on the queen side. He's trying to advance his pawns so that they make queen. White here played king to c2, bishop h6, king to d3. We have g4, f4, bishop to g5, f5, h4, b4, s6, rook to b1, king to d8, knight to c3, king to g6, knight to a4. Okay, then we have got bishop to e7, knight jumps, and I can just capture it. Okay, that's what happened here. So we've got a take, and then Garry here strikes first with f4. A very nice move. We've got captures, and then he plays a nice king to f5, threatening capture that f4 pawn, because the move he played was sort of sacrificing a pawn so that the king can be developed and become very active. Okay, so we have got a king to e3, pretty much defending the f4 pawn. Okay, but he has other things in mind here, so he plays rook to g7, rook to g1, rook g8, rook b1. Okay, so they sort of repeat moves, right? Simply because they both have seconds. Garry has 21 seconds. Vichy has 38 seconds. Right? Okay, then Vichy tries to play for a win, but this move is not that good, even though the position here is quite. Okay, so we have got a capture, and then rook to b6. We have g3, king f3. Okay, rook to g6. So he's trying to offer an exchange here. We have a take, which is a mistake. This is where Vichy lost this game. Even though this is not the exact point in which Vichy resigned the game, but this is a fatal blunder. So we've got king takes, and then we have this nice move, which is h3. Now it's so hard to play for white here, considering the fact that he has to deal with two pawns. So he has to worry about the h3 pawn, and he also needs to worry about the d5 pawn, which is matching, right? So white here played g4. Then we had this move here, which is just, you know, very hard to play against. So we have to check, king goes to g4. So the only problem with white here is that his pawns, even though there are three of them and they are all pawns that can queen, they're just too slow, right? And black pawns are almost queen. We have h2, which just ends the game like here. Like even though Vichy did not resign, so he tried to play king to g2. Then we have this nice pawn to d3. And guys, it was here that Vichy just, resigned. There is nothing that he can do in order for him to stop this pawn